Good morning, everybody. It's Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady. How are you all today? It is, what's today? Monday. Is it Monday today? I don't know what day it is. It's almost 11 o'clock, and it's damn freezing out there. Leather Bag Lady weather report. It was snowing earlier, so I kind of figured I was going to be grounded for the day. I haven't really been anywhere in like 3 or 4 days, but it stopped, so I got shit to do today. I got a little list. I got my little notebook that I use that I have to write it all down, because if I don't, it could be 7 o'clock tonight and I'm still sitting here watching stupid TV shows, because it's what I do when I can't get my head around all the shit I gotta do. Escapism, people. Escapism. Avoidance. Procrastination. Call it what you will. I'll own it. I'll own it all day long. Anyway, today is... Now, a couple of days ago, I said I would give you a little sneak peek into what I got from Sarnia, and I completely forgot. And the bag that I was gonna kind of freak you out with is the bag that is today's listing. It's amazing. Not my typical at all, because it's not leather. But I saw it, and I lifted it, and I looked at it, and I put it back, and I was like, yeah, that's not my vibe. But then I thought, I can't. It's so special, again, in my opinion. And I'm actually going to do a little bit of an experiment with this bag. I'm going to list it. I'm going to post it on Instagram and try and link, maybe not this video. I might do just like a minute or two video on this bag specifically. And I know I can take that snippet out of this video, but I don't know how to do it, and I don't have the patience to learn. It took everything I had yesterday to try and change my email or add a new email account. And I'll tell you why afterwards if I don't forget, because I usually do, because I could be a dumbass. So anyway, today's bag. Check this out. It is so stunning. It is just screaming for some young thing to match this with a beautiful vintage Persian lamb. Actually, no, not a Persian lamb, because I think they would compete with each other. But like one of those wool coats with the mink collars or something like that. This bag is beautiful. Now, originally I said 1950s all the way. Then I did a little bit of research on the zipper, and I'll talk to you about that in a minute. But first of all, so this bag is constructed with what I thought was white beads and iridescent beads, but these aren't actually beads. The solid white area is plastic lacing. Like, can you imagine the work that went into this bag? It is in perfect condition. I mean, look at the handles. The construction of the handles. Like, it is amazing. The handles have a leather, it's cord. Is it cord? No, it's this plastic lacing. You know, like what the kids use to make those bracelets? That's what this is. And then there's this plastic kind of conduit that holds it all together. But look, I mean, look at this. I was going to call it scalloped edging in the listing, but it isn't scalloped. Scalloped edging is rounded. So I didn't really know what to call it, but oh my God. Now, you tell me what you think. I'll tell you what I think. Why on God's green earth would there be 4 pink beads if it wasn't a deliberate little touch? Did they run out of beads? I can't imagine that they did. But there's these 4 little rogue beads here. I wish I had a story. I wish I had a story about this bag. I really do. Inside, it's just white cotton. Now, it does have some marks on it. Could do maybe with a bit of a wash. I didn't want to touch it because if washing the lining was in any way going to damage the bag, I would just leave the lining. I mean, it's really not bad. It's just got some, little pinky mark there. And like, I don't think this bag has been used very much at all. So where the aging of this bag came was the plastic zipper. Because I thought, did they use plastic zippers in the 50s? So I checked into it. So the plastic zipper was invented in the 40s, but it wasn't used routinely until the late 50s, early 60s. So I'm still going to stick to my 50s. For this bag, it might be early 60s, and the size of it, it's quite a big bag. I think it's 12.5 inches by 10 or 9. And I don't know if I did, it's a 10-inch strap drop. But, oh God, it's just, is it practical? I don't know. It's in perfect condition. I mean, the damn bag's 70 years old. So, I don't think it's been used very much, but I mean, you wouldn't use this as a daily driver. This is a out with your girlfriends, want to knock their socks off. Not that you care. Nobody cares. Well, some people care. I just don't want to look like everybody else. I don't want to wear something that everybody else has. That's why I don't shop at Giant Tiger. Why I don't shop at Costco. Well, I do shop at Giant Tiger, but for things that nobody cares about, leggings and underwear and shit like that. But I'm not gonna, I don't know. That's why I love thrifting so much, because you never know what you're gonna find. And 9 times out of 10, it's unique. Unique. Oh, my goodness me. I don't know. I don't really want to let it go. Not that I'm ever going to use it, which is why I am going to let it go, because it's just not my style at all. But I so appreciate how gorgeous this bag is. And I really like that the light has improved a little bit. Did I give you the leather bag lady rather poor? I don't know if I did. But anyway, so that is today's bag, and it's already listed. So yesterday I showed you a Derek Alexander bag that was really beat up. And I had a little chat with a friend of mine last night, and he left a comment and said it would be a great story to see the after, which I had kind of intended to do. So I don't know if you didn't see yesterday's video, check it out, because you'll just see just how rough this bag was. And here it is today. Now, the bottom was where most of the damage was, and in this corner and this corner. Now, I didn't use the O'Neill's. Oh, here I go. I got to go into the cupboard again. So unprepared. Oh, God. I got to duck down. Yeah, I didn't use the Clyde's O'Neill's. Where am I getting O'Neill's from? I didn't use the Clyde's for that. What I'm finding with the Clyde's is that it's dull. And this stuff isn't, it's not as dull. Now, this hasn't finished drying yet. So I did all the edging here, but as I said, the bottom was the most damaged. So again, I didn't use the Clyde's for this. What I used was Doc Bailey's Black. Now, are they similar products? Yes, they are. What I like about the Clyde's is there's different colors. Doc Bailey's, it's just black, which is good because I have a different option, because the Clyde's is expensive. I went on Amazon and this was over $40. Now I get it from a local leather shop and it was much more reasonable. So anyway, but I like the way this is bottled. It's in a squeezy. So what I do is I don't squeeze it. A, you use way too much. And B, I've done it and it's shot out the other side of the room. So I just shake it. And I take the lid off and it kind of pools in the top there. And I use makeup applicators, those little triangle things, and I just touch it, and then I go in a circular motion. The circular motion, as opposed to just wiping, helps it get into the grain. Now, this bag actually, it actually was quite, yeah, so you can see here that there's just a little bit of damage in the leather. But I wondered how that would come up, but it's fine. I mean, you don't even really notice it. And again, this is just me sharing with you some techniques and products. This isn't a vintage bag. This is a Derek Alexander out of Calgary, Alberta. Beautiful. One of the most beautiful leather quality companies, but they're not vintage. Well, there are some vintage bags. The company's been around for about 38 years. So as far as Etsy's concerned, anything over 20 years is vintage. And I do have a couple of vintage Derek Alexanders, but he's known for this telltale plaid fabric. But what I love about these bags is the leather quality, and there's always a ton of pockets. So a lot of these bags come with an internal wallet. So anyway, I won't waste any more time on a bag that isn't even listed in my Etsy shop, but there will be a lot of these coming on my .com. So one thing at a time. My ceiling issue is kind of overwhelming me at the moment, so it is going to take a little bit for me to get my head around everything. So history piece today. I kind of gave you a little bit of a history piece with the zipper on the white bag, but let's keep going. So we're at 1940s, World War II. Saw a lot of military style fashion, which I guess kind of makes sense. I mean, I know my grandma worked in a munitions factory and wore overalls and just found them to be so comfortable that she kind of continued that on after the war. So why wouldn't the ladies, I mean, stop wearing their girdles and their corsets and all that stupid shit? And mind you, we have our own version of these girdles and whatnot. Actually, I just recently ordered, it's called Shapermint. I don't know if you've ever seen it advertised on Facebook. I ordered something. I thought, why not? Give it a try. Not that I wear tight-fitting clothing, because I already have issues with how much weight I have on me. So, but I thought, you know what? If I were to wear a dress ever, if there was ever somewhere I needed to wear a dress to, it would be nice just to have everything kind of smooth. What is it they say? You're like a sausage. Because it's all kind of shoved into these kind of contour, whatever. So anyway, why did I even talk about that? I don't know. So that's that. Bags became bigger and more angular, which I showed you yesterday in that little Art Deco bag. Now that was a kind of a 20s, 30s, but I mean, trends, as you know, I hope you know, it's cyclical. It comes all the way back round. So something from the 20s absolutely would still be present in the 40s. Metal was in short supply, so handles of plastic and bamboo started to be used, which is exactly what we're doing here. So it kind of all ties in, I'm hoping, in your mind anyway. Fabric bags, drawstring bags made a comeback, because if you remember, we were talking about those in the 14th, 16th century, the little drawstring bags. Most of them were hand embroidered as a status symbol, a socioeconomic meter for the young lady. If she came from, you know, a fancy home, then she would have a fancy little, you know, bag or whatnot. And the last thing I'm going to say is women started to wear shoulder bags. The 20s, it was a lot of clutches. It was a lot of handheld. But you know what? In the 40s, women were working. Some of them. They were, you know, we had more shit to do. So we had to have our hands free. And we needed bags on your shoulders. Now, if you have a shoulder, I do not. Mine are like slopes. You could ski off them. And I can't keep a bag on my shoulder to save my life, which is why I do like shoulder bags, but this kind of shoulder bags. Like this kind of shoulder bag works for me because it kind of flicks around my back. Whereas this kind of shoulder bag, if I go back to this Derek Alexander, where you just put it on here and then it just does. Oh, wait, see, it's not doing it now. It's my sweatshirt that's holding it up. But it doesn't stay up. And even when you've got some weight in the bag, which does help, it doesn't stay up. So picking a bag is like buying a car for a woman. What color is it? What size is it? How many pockets do you want? What kind of straps do you want? Do you want a zipper? Are you okay with a metal? Are you okay with no closure? Do you want a full access? Do you not care if the opening's this big? You gotta organize this shit, because this stuff's not cheap. And you don't want to buy something and then it's not going to work for you. I mean, it's like me right now trying to decide, I'm buying a trailer. When this little shack's gone, I'm buying a trailer. I've always wanted a trailer. I'm buying my own trailer, and I'm not sure what I want yet. So maybe I'll try a couple out first before I buy my forever trailer. And you got to do that with all kinds of things that you buy, right? You don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to make an expensive mistake. And I don't have the money or the time to be making expensive mistakes. I've made enough mistakes. So let's just be informed. One of my girlfriends is actually taking me out to her trailer park. She's bought a modular home. A little out of my price range, but her park does park model homes, which is what I will be looking for. And seasonal as well as all year round. So she's going to take me on Sunday to Burford, and we're going to have a look. And it's on the way to Sarnia, so it's kind of, but it's only going to be 6 months, which, where am I going to go for 6 months that I'm not there? So what I'm essentially doing, I feel, is I'm replacing one set of problems for another set of problems. But I didn't get dripped on last night. The ceiling didn't drip in the middle of the night and wake me up again. So hail Caesar to that. Anyway, 17 minutes, way too long. Hope you all have a great day. Threw a lot at you today. So hopefully you'll have time to digest it and you'll enjoy the information. And I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye, everybody.